How are you enjoying your ride so far?
It's crazy. I mean, I did the open call auditions, so this is totally unexpected. I went with my friends. Two of my friends decided they were going to go, and I kind of tagged along just for like a fun day. And I didn't expect to be called back, and I was called back and did all that casting, and now I'm here. So it's just I'm very grateful, but it's really weird because I totally had no expectations going into this.
So you come from Maryland, right?
Yes.
Gaithersburg, Maryland.
Gaithersburg, Maryland.
Home of the what?
Home of I said this on a radio interview and they made fun of it. The guy Judah Friedlander, who's in 30 Rock, he graduated from my high school.
There you go.
So that's like all we really got. So maybe, I'll bring a little attention to Gaithersburg.
So he's the guy that gives a commencement address every year?
No, not at all. I don't know. Maryland, it's like a great little town. It's right north of D.C., so like 20 minutes out of D.C. My mom used to work in D.C. I love going to D.C. for shows and stuff like that. But I don't know, just a little suburb.
And then you also spent time in New York, right?
Yeah, I went to school in New York. I went to school at Hofstra University. Okay. And I actually graduated in May, moved to Brooklyn the day after I graduated because I was like, I want to go be a musician, live that life. And I moved to Brooklyn the day after I graduated and kind of was like, oh my gosh, in shock. 2 months later, went to the open call, and now it's like I ended up moving home just because of money and my dad and stuff. But yeah, I love New York. I probably end up going back there sometime.
What do you miss the most?
I think I miss the fact that there's always something going on, and it's like when I'm in Maryland, because I moved back to Maryland for a little bit, especially during that little break between the battle and the lives, and it's just like there's not much going on, right. And so I love New York. I love fast pace. I love the fact that it's just like such a crazy city full of characters, and everybody's weird in their own way, and everyone sort of fits into this puzzle somehow. So I don't know. I love it there.
So America was very touched, of course, by your story and your dad's story. And, and I'll share with you that I actually went through the exact same thing a few years ago.
Yeah.
So I know it's not fun or easy to go through. You found out at a very, very awkward time that things were not going well.
Yes.
Did you make it back to see him?
I actually did not. He passed away right before I got back. And there was a point in time where I actually was going to be allowed to go back for a day. But knowing what I know now, I wouldn't have made it in time. But at the end of the day, for me, I know that my dad would never have wanted me to see him suffer. And I don't have, unfortunately for my brother and my mom, they had to see him in this very helpless stage of his life, which was the end of it, and I never did. And I think that for me, I can only really go off of how I feel and the conversations I had with my father. But for me, I don't think he ever wanted me to see him like that. And we have had many family conversations, and even me and him before he got really sick, that he always wanted me to stay out here no matter what. And I told him, I was like, you might have a different perception of what you want when things start turning around. And he said, nope, that's what I want no matter what. And it's crazy too, because I get a lot of people that aren't supportive of the fact that I shared the story. And it's kind of frustrating because you kind of want to go up to everyone that doubts you and just be like, no, but you don't understand.
Did they just think you were exploiting it?
A little bit. Which I don't personally think, just because it was one of those things that I wasn't planning on sharing that story. When I went to my open audition, my father hadn't even been diagnosed with cancer. I actually found out that I was coming to California the exact same day I found out my dad had cancer. So I had already gone through a long process with the show before any of it started unraveling. And it's kind of one of those things that's taught me that I really can't control life, and I can't control what happens. And in my mind, I had this idea of, he was actually supposed to come out to the battle rounds. And I had spoken to him less than a week before he passed away. And that's how fast it all happened. But I've gotten so much more support than I have criticism on it. And at the end of the day, it was a family decision, and I can't change it. And I know that from the things he said that is how he wanted it to happen. So I'm thankful for my family.